The crescendo fasting would be the next step beyond that. And that is where you do 16-hour fast. So if you finish dinner by 6 p.m., then you would fast until 10 a.m. the next day. Okay, so you do a 16-hour fast. You do it 2 days per week. Okay, so non-consecutive days, so like a Monday, Friday kind of thing. And this is especially good for somebody who may have been dealing with adrenal fatigue, or they wake up exhausted, they need naps throughout the day. This sort of individual can do really well by starting out with crescendo fasting as they kind of build their fasting muscle. Okay, now checkpoints, monitor how you're feeling, make sure you're not overwhelming your body with stress. And you can see in that top right corner, reasons to reduce the intensity of fast. If you notice big energy drops, major brain fog when you're fasting, or maybe the day after fasting, major mood swings, insomnia, feel cold all the time, hair's coming out, your heart is pounding, or it's having a rhythmic activity, and you're having menstrual irregularities, those could be signs that you're maybe going too intensely too quickly, might scale back some of your fasting. Now, individuals with insulin resistance, these individuals tend to actually do quite well with fasting. Okay, so some individuals tend to lean towards being more insulin resistant. And so this individual will usually tend to be overweight. They oftentimes have trouble losing weight. They have a large appetite. They eat a lot with meals. They crave sweets after the meal. So they eat their meal and then they're still wanting some sort of sweet, but it never really fully relieves their cravings. They feel more tired typically after meals, whereas somebody with hypoglycemia or lower insulin typically feels more energized when they eat. This individual with insulin resistance has frequent thirst and an urge to urinate. They oftentimes have hormone problems like PCOS, and they can have either estrogen, too much estrogen, or too much testosterone, which is also characteristic of PCOS. For males obviously can have insulin resistance and oftentimes do. They will oftentimes encounter something called andropause or low testosterone. Males and females with insulin resistance tend to be more prone to getting acne, skin tags, and skin pigmentation changes. So you may notice that. That would be a sign that you're probably a good candidate for fasting and doing more extended fasting, longer intermittent fasting. Also, if you tend to have high blood pressure, high triglycerides, these are all signs. If you're in this camp, this category where you have, these kinds of symptoms, or at least several of these, 3 or more, then I would say you probably can be a little bit more aggressive with your fasting. Okay, meaning you can go up to 16 hours, possibly do that every day, or 18-hour fast, or even a full day fast. You can tend to be a little bit more aggressive. Obviously, if you aren't feeling good fasting, you can always scale it back. But if you tend to be in this camp, usually you're going to do pretty good getting started with intermittent fasting. Okay. However, again, like I said, there's some individuals where they end up with a lot of reactive hypoglycemia. Okay, where the blood sugar goes way up when they eat food, insulin comes out, they get a huge surge of insulin, and then it drops them down quickly. And they're very hypoglycemic within 3 hours of eating a meal. They have a lot of symptoms: irritability, brain fog, sweating, trembling, hunger, sleepiness, heart arrhythmias, different issues like that can happen just a few hours right after the meal. So these individuals, again, these ones would probably do better starting on the simple fast, brunch fast, and then working their way up to the crescendo fast.